In one of the meetings back in their kickboxing days, Alex Pereira and Izzy would meet up and give us precedence on the Jamahal fight. During the fight, Izzy would switch southpaw and give us our first look at the same type of devastating punch and power that would ultimately KO Hill. Let's get into it. Switching southpaw, Izzy would attempt a reverse shuffle counter backhand using equal opposite footwork to maintain distance and reset on his back foot, loading a lead backhand. Alex, who was forward shuffling, reset on his lead foot, which allowed him balance to continue that forward momentum into a backhand hook. Devastation ensued. Izzy made a somewhat common mistake in dropping his lead hand while throwing the backhand. However, he attempted to recover the lead hand and hold the phone with one issue. That backhand Alex threw was shielded by Izzy's shoulder as it should when throwing a proper cross, but it also knocked Izzy slightly off balance and kept him squared for a split second longer, delaying the proper positioning for the lead hand to hold the phone correctly, leaving an opening for a pseudo shovel hook. A traditional lead hand hook may have been partially blocked or less effective as its trajectory typically places it on or around a guard, but the shovel hook coming up at that 45-degree angle was already designed to split in between the guard.
I'm not a professional lip reader, but it does look like he says damn.
Fast forward to UFC 300 and we see something very similar out of Pereira. Hill fighting out the southpaw stance meant there would typically be a lead hand battle, or what I call a jab joust. Top hand typically wins out in an exchange, and the more effective use is to control and neutralize your opponent's lead hand, which Alex did successfully, virtually taking Hill's lead hand away. Without the lead hand, Hill was forced to strike with the backhand, in which he had fundamental issues. The first mistake is that he would break his base completely to reach with the backhand, bringing his back leg squared or forward shifting for momentum. But like Izzy, Hill also dropped his lead hand when he threw his backhand, but Hill did it repeatedly, or in other words, created a pattern. Almost the same scenario would ensue. The smaller forward shuffle, the lead backhand from Hill, only this time Alex would feint the backhand instead of hook and then throw a more traditional shovel hook, which was wide open. Essentially the same punch from the same setup in technically two different sports.